What is good, YouTube? It is your boy, Little Hefty, here with the Hefty Hola. I got a great friend of mine. I'm going to introduce him in a little bit. Before I do, I just want to make sure everyone make sure they like, subscribe, and don't forget to comment on our videos. I know we've been gone for a little bit, but now we're back. We're going to give videos to you lately. We've been doing a lot of paintball YouTube, so we're going to be able to get some videos on that once I get my GoPro. I might do, I'm getting a new job, so that's something new. And so I have more time to do different stuff. We'll be able to just get more work in. But we got a great banger podcast for you today, and we're going to see how it goes. So no further more, I'm going to let my guest introduce himself.
Hello YouTube, I'm Grayson Chumley. I've been friends with this guy since high school. We've been in contact since high school, which is a great thing. We played football together. Yep. Always has great energy, and he started a podcast, and there's something I've wanted to do, and it's being a podcast, so I feel welcomed here at Hefty Hola to do this.
It's great to have you. So every podcast we do a fist pump for every guest, so it's great to have you. That's going to be our thumbnail, so we have to hold it for a little bit. And then look at the camera. Alright, cool. Alright, so we left the door open, so our board's kind of bad. But we got some banger topics for you today. Week-wise, but before we do that, just let me know how was your week so far? What's going on in the life of Grayson?
It's going great. I've been hanging out with Biscuit. We've been chilling and watching YouTube videos and, catching up since the last time we hung out. And been reading and taking care of myself, working out, and doing MMA classes. Really enjoying it. So, I'm glad to be.
Are you looking to take that into a career?
Am I willing to?
Are you looking at
taking MMA into a career?
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, but if you've ever gotten hit in the face by somebody else's fist, it's something that you'll think twice about.
For sure. So without further ado, I guess I should say my week. My week is fine. Just regular stuff. Like I said, very excited about this new job. I probably haven't seen yet, but I got some cats. Nico and Simon. They're pretty cool. You feel what I'm saying? But without further ado, we're gonna hop into this podcast. So we have every podcast how we do it. We pick these topics that we find throughout the week and stuff like that, and we summarize it into how we do. Y'all guys can't see it, but we got a big whiteboard and stuff that we do to be able to look at it more clearly. And for our first topic, banger topic is going to be everybody know who the Bills are. I'm a Colts fan, so we lost to the Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I'm a Colts fan, so we lost to the Bills.
Does C.J. Spiller still play for them?
I'm not sure. No, C.J. Spiller's a coach now at Clemson.
Well, being a Gamecock fan, that name just
beckons
traumatizing memories on kickoffs.
Yeah, but they will always beat us with C.J. Spiller and Todd Boyd. But then when Deshaun Watson don't come.
No, Taj Boyd did not beat Carolina.
I know, y'all always beat them.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, so I was saying, but that's when they had their age. And
C.J. Spiller is just, a very fast individual. He was one of the fastest players in the NCAA when he was playing at Clemson. He also ran track. He was really acclimated for track. I think he ran the 100 and 200 meters, and he was equally known in track as he was football, which is incredible. He could have been an Olympian for sure.
I guess
They don't have him still?
No, he retired, or I don't know what
he never retired.
He's he's a coach for Clemson now, running back coach.
Is he really? So him and Marcus Lattimore took the same path.
I guess Marcus Lattimore has a CBD store in South Carolina.
I know he's the running backs coach at Carolina.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm pretty sure.
But to the topic.
Okay.
To the topic, it was Josh Allen, like I said, Colts fan. They knocked us out first round. Y'all see the jerseys, man. Shout out to Colts Nation. Shout out to Yankees Nation. You know how we do it this year. But very excited for this year, by the way. But he's a Bills quarterback, you know, big time guy, you know, great quarterback, and he's getting a lot of backlash on Twitter and just different websites and stuff and different social media stuff for being a skeptic of the vaccine.
He's a skeptic of the vaccine.
And then so what I mean by that and what I've seen by that, and we can pull it up real quick for the guys and stuff and everything.
What does that entail? Like how are you? It's specifically a vaccine. If you're a skeptic of the vaccine, do you get vaccinated? Like, have you gotten vaccine?
So no, he hasn't got vaccine.
Have you gotten vaccine?
No.
Are you gonna get vaccine?
Have you?
Yeah. I got the first shot like last week.
I don't think I'm getting vaccinated.
Well, I know it's going to be eligible for everybody our age coming up.
Yeah.
You know, and I would take advantage of that because if it becomes what it can be, you know, not delving into any political talk, then I'm thankful I get vaccinated. I got vaccinated. You understand that? You know, because that's a precautionary measure.
But see, then the quote was on by him. He said, "I'm a big statistic and logical guy. So if statistics show that is right thing for me, then I'll do it." So I guess he never. But at first he was like, "I guess so. This is. I guess to see how he was, to see you know how it affect people afterwards, because people are taking it right away. But then people don't. I'd rather let other people be test dummies. I know it sounds mean, but to see how it works."
Well, I've read reports.
Because there's like 5 different ones.
There was the
There's a lot.
PF business, the Pfizer,
Yeah.
Johnson and Johnson, which just got delayed, and
Delayed.
Something happened.
Exactly.
Something happened with Johnson and Johnson.
Like literally, like what kind? Like
what happened was 6 people got blood clots out of 7.
yeah, I saw that.
7 million have been vaccinated by that same vaccine.
Yeah.
And 6 people got blood clots, and it caused
One of them died.
issues. Right.
Out of 7 million.
Out of 7 million.
So they take those odds to the bank.
That's 6 people though. That's 6 people on a cure for something that's not supposed to kill people.
Right.
And it kills them.
Right.
But that's and somebody who, you know, would look at the statistic what the how do you say it?
Statistics
side. Like that's beneficial odds for just somebody who goes and gets a vaccine. Like that's not a like 500,000 out of 7 million. I would highly encourage people. They might have had prior predisposed medical conditions that led to these blood clots. Maybe you didn't.
Did they?
I'm not sure. I haven't read the stories, but they
Right.
could have had something they didn't synthesize with what they were given well, and it caused a blood clot. And that's not abnormal. That's not abnormal for something that's supposed to be chemically structured as intricately as a vaccine for a coronavirus to not render well with certain human DNA, genetics. You know?
I feel that.
That's
So do you think that he's wrong for being skeptical of it? Like, why is he receiving so much backlash because he's saying that he's very skeptic of it? Like, is that a reason? I feel like he's totally in the right to be. He has that right as an American to be skeptic, and he should be skeptic of something being injected to your arm. Because every vaccine has the disease, some traits of the disease in it, right?
Right.
So I would be skeptic of it. I don't want COVID again. You know what I mean? I don't want COVID.
Have you had it before?
Yeah, and it was just for 2 days.
Okay.
But for 1 day, it was very hard to breathe. I say that.
Okay.
Like hard to take very deep
How
breaths.
did they prescribe?
So they gave me antibiotics. They gave me like 4 different pills. They gave me antibiotics, congestion. I forgot the pills, but it wasn't nothing serious.
Nice.
What?
You burped.
Oh yeah, it wasn't nothing serious, but it wasn't nothing serious. But like it was like 4 pills. I took them, and then I had 14 days. Now those 14 days, 3 days really, I was like just lounging around because I felt bad.
Did you have the vaccine?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you got it.
But that was prior before the vaccine was able to come out.
So when did you get it?
I had COVID last year. Maybe like
because it
like maybe last year around early 2020. I know that. Like when COVID first started coming around and stuff. Early 2020, so like maybe February.
As easy as it gets. You want to go December 2019?
That's not really good. Maybe
This
February.
is a significant event. It should be
maybe February.
Okay.
But that was before because the test just started coming out public to everybody. Probably like what 2 months ago. You did it, but whatever. But probably like 2 months ago.
I don't think anybody wants to hear me swallow a beer.
I said do it the other way, away from the camera.
Okay.
You fucking dick. So back to the topic. How do you feel?
Do I think he's wrong for being skeptical? Let me answer that.
Okay.
No, I do not think he's wrong for being skeptical. One, because it can be unionized as something that everybody needs to get. It could be issued as something that you're not going to be able to travel to another state, another country without the vaccine. Like you might be issued a vaccine card, and I see the issue with that being a radical idea. And then, in and of itself, I don't think you should be skeptical to the point where you don't get it. You should still, you should still believe that it's an issue, that if you get it, you might have to go to the hospital or get like issued some medicine. It's still gonna break your day, you know. It's still gonna affect your life. It's not like it's a allergy attack. It's something that affects you and affects other people, you know. So you should be skeptical on reports and statistics that come from any source, but you shouldn't doubt it as nothing. So I'm pro-vaccine just because why would you take the chance? It's something that my mom encouraged, and I want to respect my mom's opinion on situations I don't understand. You understand?
To a certain point, I guess. Yeah.
Right. It made national news.
It did.
Josh Allen is a professional sports player. He's not Dr. Fauci. He's not a epidemiologist, whatever the exact term is. So we can take his words and discuss them, which I'm glad we are, because he's a voice in the skepticism of the vaccine, which needs to be heard, because we should never take anything for more than a grain of salt when it comes to statistics and government issued statistics. But you know, skepticism is healthy at a certain level.
I agree a lot.
Skepticism is healthy.
That's a very good quote.
I don't know where I got it from. I think it's from a movie or something.
Maybe. Who knows? Well, let's roll into this next topic.
What's the next topic?
The next topic that we have is first we have a moment of silence for our next topic. Our next topic is a rapper and legend, New York legend DMX passing. So for the podcast, we're gonna take a moment of silence.
Rest in peace, DMX.
our moment of silence. So, moment of silence means silence. Kind of gross that, but it's okay. Um, it's all love either way. We both love DMX.
My fault.
You did. We both. we both. We both love DMX.
I know how long you wanted that moment of silence to go for.
A long time.
A long time?
Yeah.
What's your favorite DMX song?
What these bitches want from a nigga on my DMX shit?
What's that one called?
That's definitely Drake. I'm tripping. I'm trying to think. Cause I just know DMX from hearing his voice. I don't really know the name of the songs. I like the one. That's crazy. It's been so long since I listened to him.
I like X Gonna Give It To You.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that song.
That pumps everybody up, I guess. That's safe to say that pumps everybody up.
I mean, how could it not? X Gonna Give It To You.
Right.
You know, that's
It's
intense.
So as it's as it's shown, he had a overdose, which is really very sad.
Rest in peace, DMX.
I just condolences to his family and everything. It sucks. It's a legend. And in his music, so I have a friend.
Is that garlic bread?
This is garlic bread. I had a friend
That's
who
how
I
you
used to
get
work
hungry.
who I used to work with, and he was a DMX fan. And we was talking about DMX a lot, and he'll be like, DMX. He in his music, you could hear his struggle. He was like his music, like how it changed. Like he had a whole album like talking about how down he was. He was like, I'm falling, I'm slipping, I can't get up. Can't say it off the head. I'm falling, I'm slipping, I can't get up. YouTube is telling me that. Y'all comment the song I'm talking about. But dude had you could hear it in his music, like different points of his life. And when you see him now, he was like a little bit older, bigger, healthier, and it's just sad to know, cause like
What happened to him?
he had I want to say a heroin overdose.
He was doing heroin? DMX? Don't do heroin. Don't do heroin. Seriously. That nobody lives a healthy life doing heroin. You can't.
There's no way.
It's not possible. And you're risking your life on each experience. Just don't do it. But it's very sad that DMX felt in his life that he needed to do a drug to that level. And I know he struggled with addiction throughout his life. He raps about it. You can hear it in his voice. You can hear that he comes from a background of doing things such as hard drugs. And it's a shame that he passed, because I see him as a legend. Absolutely, because with X Gonna Give It To You, it makes me want to play football. It makes me want to box. It makes me want to go running. It makes me want to do something. And if somebody can give me that kind of spirit just from their art, which is music, that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. And for that, he's a legend. I'm okay, thank you. Rest in peace, DMX.
It's a topic like I had to put. Out of respect to DMX, I wanted to put on there, but I don't really talking about it because he was a legend. I'm saying obviously many people loved him, and it's just crazy because it just keeps reminding you as a human that everyone has a date. You feel what I'm saying? So
What was he, 50?
something like that.
I think he was 50 years old.
So wise words from Hefty YouTube. Everybody got a date. So fuck the grudges, fuck the hate.
My aunt died on Christmas, so she had a very pleasant date.
That's a curveball.
I was saying, her date was
This Christmas?
Nah, it was in the past.
Damn. R.I.P.
R.I.P. and Ruthie.
R.I.P. Aunt Ruthie. Y'all comment R.I.P. Aunt Ruthie.
Hashtag. take that. You take the Twitter. That would make her laugh so hard.
Really?
If I walked up to her and was like, "Hey, you're a hashtag on Twitter. You're a trending topic off the podcast," she would have a ball. Even now, like her spirit would be grooving.
Grooving is a very good word. I feel like spirits groove.
Oh yeah.
I feel like spirits groove.
Oh yeah, for sure. What's the next topic? Let's do.
So, we put the next topic to everyone know the conservation rulings of the last, George Floyd homicide rulings.
Can you refresh me with those rulings?
So it's a trial that's been going on
Between
Derek Chavis in the state and George Floyd,
rest in peace, George Floyd.
rest in peace, George Floyd. Of course, the whole situation is bonkers.
That's an abomination. That's an abomination and excessive use of police force.
Very excessive.
I saw the video.
And we're seeing it more and
Many
more.
people have seen the
And we're
video.
seeing it more and more.
It's like each week there's a new update about
Police brutality.
against African Americans, against people of color, and that's a problem. That's a pattern. It's more a pattern than any other excessive force used against a certain group than any time. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just it's a pattern of brutality against African Americans, and that's
And what
recent in the news.
And what
I
makes
read a
me
report
happy,
today.
it makes me happy because, like, a lot of people that I went to school with, like Grayson, you just see their whole face change, like, when all this stuff started happening. And I'm glad that Grace was one of the people that stayed the same. You know what I'm saying? Because it's absolutely ridiculous.
I think I talked to you about this the other day. I said when I was growing up, I thought my generation was going to be like the diminishing generation of racism. Like I haven't ever had that kind of salt in my tea to be prejudiced against another human being, even though their color, like their melanin is more. That's just biology, and that's pretty interesting that you look different off the idea of more melanin. I think it's called melanin, right? I'm pretty sure. It's not melatonin. Melatonin helps you sleep. But melanin is like what makes white people tan and stuff like that. And I personally, if we're talking about me, I just haven't ever seen that like as something that would once again diminish my idea for a friendship, or diminish my idea for a conversation, or diminish my idea for a relationship, I guess. I'd say that. So, but George, I don't know how we got to my personal preferences on that stuff, but
It's okay.
If you've seen the video, it's clear that he's not getting a chance to breathe. And that knee to the neck hurts.
So let me tell you what the breaking point of the case was, and another reason that I put it up there. Okay, so I'm just gonna read this to you. It says, following defense counsel's cross-examination of medical examiner Dr. Andrew Baker, Jerry Blackwell gets the jury to focus on the primary issue. The cause of George Floyd's death, after the autopsy and stuff like that, was police subdual, restraint, and neck compression, and the manner of death was homicide.
So what's the ruling on Derek Chauvin?
He hasn't got to that yet.
Is that his name?
Chavis, something like that.
Chauvvis, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Right. How do you feel about that? So do you feel like he just should get
I saw
life?
the video. It's
Right.
It's evident that
So this is a big topic. So this is from coming. You know what I'm saying? So how the media wants it. The media wants us to be against each other, and it's not like that. You feel what I'm saying? It's all love and stuff like that. And but coming from your side of the river, you feel what I'm saying? how are you looking at it? Because how are you looking
All
at
right.
it?
So what I'm looking at when I see the video, because the video is what it is.
Okay.
How I'm looking at it is, as me, as first I see a man with his knee on a subdued, what's it called? Suspect. Okay. Because all individuals in America are innocent until proven you're innocent until proven guilty. I don't know the exact thing. So what I see is a man who's subdued with knee on his neck, and that hurts. That can do exactly what happened. That can can restrict your air vessels.
Hey, he was like putting his knee in there.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
focused on it.
Exactly. He was using that's called excessive force. That is illegal. That's not how a disciplined police officer should handle himself. Was George Floyd being violent before? I don't know anything about that. Did he deserve being put down? I think that's the big question. Did he deserve being subdued as he was on the asphalt with a knee in his neck? That's the first sentiment.
Like I understand if he was shooting at the cops,
Right.
or fucking like driving off or something, like high speed chase. No.
Right. Did he have a butterfly knife and
No.
just like show it in front of people's faces?
No, he just walked out the store.
Exactly. What was he guilty of? I'm not sure. Did he deserve to be subdued on asphalt with a knee in his neck? No, I don't think so. Unless he was being violent. So that's the first sentiment I feel whenever I watch the video. The third thing you're gonna notice when you watch the video is the police officer, Derek Chauvin, rubbing his knee into his neck. That's excessive force. That is legitimate excessive force. You don't need to do that. You already got him subdued.
Handcuffed? Why?
Excuse me if I'm...
With other cops are right beside you, why do you have to feel that you have to do that?
Right. Another cop breathing right down Derek Chauvin's neck when he could have said something like, yo, Officer Chauvin, you're using too much force.
And he said, I can't breathe.
And he said, I can't breathe. That's if that's not the first thing he says in the video, that's the first thing you need to notice. As he says, I can't breathe. That's an alert that, yo, you're suffocating me. And the next thing you know that happens is he gets a knee deeper into his neck. That's not fair. That's not fair to anybody. That's not fair to a white man. That's not fair to a black man. That's not fair to an Asian man, which is in another topic we're not going to discuss on this podcast is the Asian hate. Like what's going on with the Asian hate?
That's real truth.
Right? When did we start hating Asians?
It's just concentration camps after Pearl Harbor.
The Japanese concentration camps? Yeah, but like...
I would say, don't quote me on that.
Excuse me, but I don't think racism... I think racism should be dead. That is my motto I live by. Racism should be dead. By my generation, it should have been dead. And the fact that it's still a problem is institutional. It's institutional.
And what's crazy is this man lives...
Excuse me, I keep breathing in the mic.
This man lives in a town, live in different towns. This man lives in a town where there are known races.
Right.
A large population.
Right.
I don't want to say large, but there's a population at the most.
Who are we talking about again?
What?
What are we talking about? I know we're talking about the George Floyd case, but are you talking about me? I live in a small town.
You live in a town where there's no races.
Lexington,
Racism.
Kentucky. I mean Lexington, South Carolina. I just said Lexington, Kentucky. Oh my God, I hate Kentucky. Go Gamecocks. Kentucky. We're not gonna talk about that. They've been upset.
This lost all Kentucky subscribers.
Go Gamecocks. I'm sitting here with a Clemson fan.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You know, as me, I played football with brothers. I went to school with African Americans growing up. Like, and it never excused a conversation. It never excused a how are you doing. It never excused a playful moment.
We never had a problem with it.
Right. Like,
Ever.
it's just something.
I've never felt racism until I graduated.
How did you first experience your racist moment? And I hate to ask that in the sense that I feel like you've already experienced it. My motto is racism should be dead. What do you think? Racism should be dead. And I'll say that for the fourth time or third time. If it's not fourth, racism should be dead. My generation should have been the fizzling out of any teetering on the fence.
I think me and my friends would walk around my friend's neighborhood, and we were all, African Americans, and some of them had their shirt off.
Were you in Lexington, South Carolina?
Yeah. I was playing music and stuff, and this lady just called the cops on us because she thought we was like selling drugs. We were really just walking from the pool. She's like, we're gonna call the cops on you right now. We know what you're doing. We know you're dealing. And we're like,
were you all brothers?
No, we're all brothers. Yeah, we're all black. And that's probably my first, but we just got out of there.
I've always wanted to, be able to.
We was bothering nobody. Just walking.
I've always wanted to think that I could go up to a brother and be like, "What's up, brother?" I like that. I like that black people introduce themselves as brothers and sisters. I like that. White people don't do that. That's something I really enjoy about the culture of Black America.
So back to the question: what would you want Derek Chavis' final judgment to be by the judge?
He killed him, right?
It says
homicide.
It says homicide.
Life. Or maybe the age of George Floyd, because he's not gonna live past. How old was George Floyd? 54?
I'm not sure.
Give him 54 years.
Oh, the age of George Floyd.
Yeah. Just give him that one more year to signify life for a sentence.
Respect that.
A life for life. It's in the Bible.
Respect that.
Not life for life, but don't kill.
Respect that. So YouTube, going to this next topic that we have, to lighten up back the mood again. So we all know, I just wanted to put this topic up there because we all know my boy, Yankee legend, A-Rod. A-Rod. Him and his best friend.
Alex Rodriguez.
Huh?
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah. Him and his best friend have decided, that's crazy, goals, best friend goals. Him and his best friend have decided to become partners and buy the Timberwolves basketball team. And I just wanted to put that up there because I thought it was pretty dope.
Ask me what I think about that.
What do you think about two former MLB legends buying a basketball team? Because LeBron has stock in or I think LeBron bought a part of the Red Sox.
LeBron, yeah, he did. He has a share in the Red Sox, I'm pretty sure. What do I think about MLB players putting a foot in owning a NBA team? That's crazy. It's kind of cool. It's pretty cool, just to be honest. To have A-Rod, a big name, like everybody wanted his baseball card growing up.
True.
And now he owns the Minnesota Timberwolves, who aren't that bad. They're just they're like an upsetting team, right? Like they can
be better.
They can be better, but they can still win a game. They can still beat the Lakers on when LeBron's not starting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That A-Rod has one. He's got enough money to buy a whole team. He's no longer just A-Rod from the Yankees or A-Rod the shortstop, right?
And they treat him like a god in New York.
Right. He can get free pizza at any joint.
Yeah.
So what's cool about him now is he can go into a party and be like, yo, I'm A-Rod, owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves, not just A-Rod, the shortstop that played for the Yankees. You know, and he's that loaded. That's pretty cool. Wouldn't you like to own a real team, not just some dynasty on your Xbox?
Yes, I would.
That'd be
I would like it a
awesome.
lot.
That'd be so cool. And then you have an input on the lineup and stuff like that. Like, can you get LeBron? Are you gonna get LeBron one day? You never know. You know, what if the Timberwolves get LeBron?
But that's how I think about that. It's like, oh, well, damn, A-Rod owns the Timberwolves. I might want to go there now. Well, I don't know if that's always the case. Because Michael Jordan owns the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
And no one really wants to be drafted there. So it's like, maybe it's just all financial because they have players, they have big players, but, we don't want to go deep.
Kimball Walker?
No.
No, they lost him like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah. Good try.
Thank you.
Good try. But like I said, YouTube, I just want to put that up there because I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was dope.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool that he could do that. You feel what I'm saying? Him and his best friend.
Yeah.
So shout out Alex
Who's his
Rodriguez.
best friend?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, sure.
So shout out Alex Rodriguez and it's pretty cool. This next topic that we're going to is going to be it's heavily my boy Grayson because he wanted to pick this topic, and we're going to give him a chance at the Hefty Hola guys. So you asked me. So what is your thoughts on the reduced work
This is
week?
kind of political. A reduced work week?
A reduced work week.
I can't even see the
So how would that work?
A reduced work week. Alright, so let me start it off with an idea a man once had that I can't reference nor can I name.
Okay.
He divided the day into three parts. 8-hour parts. 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of recreational time. That's how capitalism is founded upon. That idea right there. And what now is a technological age mixed with a disinformation age that was supposed to be the information age has become an age where we have technology that can flip burgers for themselves. As long as there's like two humans there to take care of,
And eventually the humans don't have to be there.
And eventually, yeah, that's a far out idea. But right now we're at an 8-hour work week.
Okay.
Right now we're at an 8-hour work week that makes
Work day, you mean?
8-hour work day.
Yeah.
Work day week. Okay. So say you have a family.
Yeah.
Say you got a girl and y'all have a kid. What's the most important thing about a human being is their development.
Okay.
And you're trying to provide for said family by going to your 8-hour workday week job.
I'm with you.
You're not going to be able to affect that kid's life in such a positive way as you can if you go to an 8-hour a day job. Like you're not going to be able to. And on top of that, you want to be able to spend time with your beloved, right?
Yeah.
You want to be able to play puzzles with her and watch movies and absolutely get to know who she is as a human being, as you can. You want to do that. That's natural. That's what creates serotonin and dopamine along with the sun and stuff like that. But that's what makes being a human like worth living.
Yeah.
I believe that. An 8-hour work week, 8-hour a day work week is excessive. What is that? It's got 40 hours full time, right? 40 hours is a full-time job. You're spending 8 hours a day at a job, and then you get home, and you have your habits. You watch TV, you watch your show on Netflix, you cook dinner and stuff like that. You don't have enough time with an 8-hour workday week to spend with your friends, family, or yourself to enjoy being alive as much as a human being should be able to at this day and age.
Okay.
With the technology we have, it's absolutely ridiculous in every way that
But don't
we
you
don't have automated
need
jobs.
money to enjoy that?
You do.
in this day and age.
You do.
So how do we get past that lump?
That would have to rely on the idea of
Higher minimum wage. What?
higher minimum wage would be amazing.
So you support that?
Absolutely, in every way, and always. How could it not benefit the inflating idea, or the actual factual inflating idea, the inflation of money? You know, because statistically, it's not correlated with CEOs and income or the value of the dollar. An 8-hour, what it should be reduced to?
So 40 hours a week should be reduced to what?
To be classified as full time. To get the
Yeah.
benefits as full time.
Yeah.
Thursday should be a weekend day. Just off the chart.
Thursday to
That's
Sunday.
it. Yeah. Thursday,
So Monday,
Sunday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. So 3 days on, 4 days off.
No, Friday.
Friday.
Friday's
So
a
Friday,
weekend.
Saturday,
Friday's a
Sunday.
weekend.
Okay.
Because you know how hype Fridays are. Everyone wants to do something on Friday. Like,
So
but you
4
still
days-
got to go to work. You still got to wake up and go to work. You wake up and you're like, fuck yeah, it's Friday. Still got to go to work. Excuse my
That's
language.
true.
And you don't have as much energy as you could to spend time with your family, to do what you enjoy, to create a new hobby, to find that somebody, to make them new friends that would increase your levels of happiness as you could. To make Friday a work-free day would benefit society. Period. I think so.
Point blank.
Exactly. I think so. And if you produce that idea to anybody with a sound mind and a lucid tongue, they would understand. They would be like, yeah, you're right. You're like, I work at Staples. I've been there for 10 years. I need a fucking Friday off. A senator would be like, yeah, I need Friday off. I don't even go to work Fridays, but I need Friday off. Right?
So then that means the pay would have to make up for that day off.
No, keep the pay the same. And add minimum wage increases. The economy would be booming. People would be happy to spend money. They would have the energy to spend money. We're getting political. They would want to spend money. They would have the money. They would have the time. What is important on this issue, which is an 8-hour workday week, is that if you took Friday and you didn't have work on Friday, and you kept and or they increased minimum wage, you would have the time to spend money, which would stimulate the economy, which would help it. And 2, you'd have more time to spend with your family. Like, I could make a list again. It'd be beneficial in every way. For productivity and each and all above. Don't you think so? Do you not think so?
Say it again.
I've been talking like Lindsey Graham right now.
Say it again.
I'm saying if Friday you didn't have to work, nobody had to work. It was a weekend. It was a Saturday. Do you think it would benefit society?
Yes.
Well, you still have those jobs such as like pizza delivery where like, I'm just talking like bank holidays. I don't know exactly. You know, office jobs, like, I don't know.
So who's excluded from it?
Who's excluded from it? See, now that I'm expressing this idea so far, I see holes in it because you're a pizza delivery man, right?
Okay.
So, and you still work Saturdays.
Yeah.
You still work Sundays. So to declare nobody works on a Friday would make that like a sacred day. I wouldn't want to make somebody not be able to make money on a day have to stay home. You dig? Like somebody could have made money on that Friday, but because it's a Saturday,
Yeah.
they can't make that money.
That they need.
Right. Exactly that. To pay their bills.
So how would you cover that hole? With your plan that you
Overtime Fridays.
Ah. Okay.
Those who are willing to step up to the plate and do overtime get paid overtime on Fridays. 1.5 government minimum.
So your final statement on the topic.
Final statement on the topic is that you should have a job that gives you the ability to not work on Fridays unless you're paid overtime, which should be 1.5 government issued.
And that's how you would
Just for that idea. Just to increase society's, mental state, that they don't have to, their job isn't their life. They're a human being. They have emotions, ideas, thoughts, like hobbies to attend to.
So I agree with you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
For the most part, and stuff like that. But how does this affect the store owners?
The store owners?
The people running the business.
It's going to affect them on
A profit level, right?
I don't really think so. If we're talking corporate level.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect them on the profit. Like you don't think so?
No, I really don't. Absolutely not.
And why?
Because these companies who make enough money to hire, I don't know, big staffs. What was your question again?
Why?
How is it going to affect the store owners?
Yeah.
Like, give me a store owner.
Okay, so let's say a store that
It should just be a common law. It should be like.
Yeah, I'm saying the common like business owner.
It's not going to be that big of a deal. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Absolutely not. To understand that if an employee works on a Friday, you just got to pay them 1.5 overtime whenever they're actually working the time. It's not going to be that big of a deal. It's just going to be like, you worked Friday, here's more money. Just like how cigarettes got transposed to being only.
So let's say I'm a store owner, and I say, okay, the way I start this law is I'm just closed on Friday.
That could be a repercussion, and that's a store owner's right.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's only 1.5, and they're gonna sit and think about that.
Budget wise and how it affects them and stuff.
It's only 1.5.
So let's just say that they have a bad month, and they have to pay their people overtime.
Close on Fridays for the first 2 weeks. I'm not a store owner.
I'm just throwing hypotheticals at you
I understand that.
to get how far to see how much of your confidence you have in your plan.
I don't want to go too far, and I mean I've already told you my final words on it. Is that everybody should have a decision to work Fridays. Like a bank holiday thing. If bankers don't go to work, you don't have to go to work, pretty much.
For sure. So YouTube, that was our discussion of the work week, and that was the 5 topics that we have. So we're gonna transition to the final question that we have, and then we also been talking about that the conspiracy that we're gonna put on YouTube. And just so you know, the conspiracy is gonna be here, and very excited to see how everything's gonna work. We're gonna have our own personal segment on it away from this, and start our own series. We're also gonna start a movie review series and a food review series.
Right.
So very excited for that. Y'all make sure y'all stay in tune for that. If you haven't already through this video, you watch this whole video, you haven't liked and subscribed and commented, you have a problem going on. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on
You're
this.
this deep. Just like and subscribe.
And comment.
Right. Comment, dude. You can comment whatever.
Like, yo, Grayson looks good. Or Lil Hefty looks good.
It's the shirt. It's the shirt.
So me and Grayson have different opinions on this next topic and this what we're transitioning to. And then I know everyone on YouTube probably heard it already if you're a football fan. But the debate on Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
I feel, yes, and we have talked about this. That's why I thought it was a good discussion. I feel that this man personally have not done it. I feel like this man's getting accused.
This isn't a Bill Cosby thing.
I feel like it's not a Bill Cosby thing. It's a at the end of the day, it's this man's like dignity. It's this man's reputation. Like a big part of his career. A big part of his career. Okay, a big part of his career. So what they did to Jadeveon Clowney?
What are you talking about?
What was that supposed to mean?
Massagers. I don't know how women are referred to.
I'm just saying. So I understand as a woman, like it's a guy and y'all wanna just actually I can't really understand because it's like why is he
the reports?
Why yes
he did.
I read the reports of indictments that he's not been proven guilty.
It's not. I know he hasn't had a trial yet.
So what I'm saying, like, why is it that when he is blatantly reported that he wants to leave the organization that he doesn't like, the Texans, that these girls come out and some of them being Texas trainers, not just ones he hit up off Instagram like you're saying, some of them being Texas trainers. Why does they feel at this moment in time they have to do that? Why didn't they report him when he was on his playoffs run? Why didn't they report him when he first started the season? What is I don't understand. Why report him?
Have you checked the timing of
why report him as soon as he leaves?
Have you checked the timing of when he was reported doing these things?
Have you?
I saw them on the indictments, but I still I don't remember. I have no idea.
They were in the same boat,
right? But I want to bring up the argument that each incident had the same pattern, and I told you this before. It had the same pattern of him asking them to do inappropriate things, and then him doing inappropriate things to the masseuses, and that makes him suspectable.
Why is one of those so-called masseuses getting bashed from the internet for saying what was told by Deshaun Watson is absolutely being media flipped?
What do you mean?
One of the masseuses, like you're saying, named Jasmine Brooks, has openly came out and says the media is flipping this in all sorts of direction, and what she's saying is not true.
Maybe she, didn't have the same experiences that other masseuses had. Deshaun Watson, to me, seemed like an individual that had good character, and I'm just as surprised as this happening, and I'm not at all, hoping this, happened in the words of, harm being done to somebody. It's just the pattern was the same. The pattern was the same in the indictments that I read, and when there's a pattern, there's usually a source of the pattern, and that's his behavior, and that's incredible in a negative way that he would do that.
So I was like, out of these group of girls, it was just this one girl that he didn't want to do it to, and all the other girls he wanted to. What kind of sense does that make?
Like I said, maybe she had a easier experience than some of the other masseuses. Some of the masseuses were put in very, very uncomfortable situations where they were being presented an opportunity to have sex with an NFL superstar, Deshaun Watson.
So my question.
That was the pressure on them.
Okay, fine, that's fine. So my question would be, why now?
What do you mean?
Like as he's going through his transfer, as he's leaving this team.
That's something that I don't know.
Like why now?
That's
Do you not
something I
see
don't know.
like how the timeline doesn't make up? You feel what I'm saying? Because what my point is coming from, Deshaun Watson has always had his hype since he's been to the what's it called. So if you want to derail his career, you could have been derailed his career. You feel what I'm saying?
Then there's nothing behind it. It's just timing.
And-
Time is
and-
time.
And to believe these girls other than accusations, where's the evidence that Deshaun Watson did this?
The evidence is in the pattern.
The evidence is in the pattern.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hands-on evidence. How like pictures
Reports from different masseuses that didn't know each other experiencing the same thing. Yeah, it's a pattern.
Reports from different masseuses who didn't know each other.
Exactly that. And not trying to hide.
Grayson, do you not know what the media is? It's easy
What's
to
the media?
it's easy to figure. You just turn on your TV and then you see Deshaun Watson. You see one girl saying that she did it. It's like, oh, this happened to me too, and she can put it out there too. It's not that like it doesn't matter if they didn't know each other. It spreads like wildfire around the internet.
Women don't like that kind of attention, and it's easy. I'm sure it's easy.
That's a big statement.
Women don't want that attention.
That's a very big statement.
It's a big statement, but it's true. That's why it carries that weight.
That's an opinion. That's not saying that's an
Women
opinion.
don't want to have that kind of attention. They want to have that I'm beautiful attention.
That's an opinion.
You don't think a woman wouldn't want that attention?
I don't think everyone.
Attention.
I do not think every woman in the world does not want that attention. No,
I'm just saying
that's an opinion.
when one girl comes out, it opens a doorway for other girls to come out and
Okay.
feel stronger as a group
Right.
against that harassment.
Yeah.
And that's harassment. That's a girl denying. One lady was married, for sure.
Okay.
One lady was married, and he knew it. And he still had the ego of an NFL quarterback to believe that he, getting massage, was working his way to second base. And he wanted to get to second base. Each time. He just did
So he
inappropriate things. Way inappropriate things.
And we're just 100% taking these masseuses' word for it.
When there's multiple masseuses having that same report, then yeah, it's nonsensical to look the other way. If they were uncomfortable with it, which I would be, off the indictments that I read.
So
You're just a Clemson fan.
no, it's just, like people don't understand how it's not just Deshaun Watson who this happened to. Like it happens. So listen. So like if it happened and it really did happen, you know what I'm saying? Then okay, then I can't defend Deshaun Watson. But there's just no proof behind that it actually happened. We just have to take these masseuses' words.
How are you saying a woman's word isn't proof?
It's not 100% proof. Like I said, what you're saying, what you're saying, yeah. But I was just look at the other way. Why, they have no reason to not tell the truth, or they have no reason to tell the truth.
How are they making money off this? Because of tabloids?
It's not all like it's attention. It's not even, and I from the aspect I can sound like a villain or whatever stuff like that. But at the end of the day, bro,
defending Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'm defending Deshaun Watson because I don't think he did that. I do not think he did. He has a beautiful wife. He has this and that.
He's a
it's
wife.
not.
He's married?
Why? Oh, they're about to be married. But it's like.
It's not Sierra, that's Russell Wilson.
No, yeah. It's like he has no incentive to do it. And if he did, and what I'm saying is this the cloud that Deshaun Watson has now with this case, he's been had. He's always had since he came into the league. He's always had since he came into the league. So what I'm trying to understand is the timing is just so off rails.
You're thrown off by the timing.
That's one of the three big things I'm thrown off by.
I sense conspiracy in your tone.
Yes.
Whenever you say that Deshaun Watson had
the timing is just too why? The timing is too perfect.
I mean, I see how you can argue that, but it's just time, dude. It's just I don't know.
You just think it's a coincidence?
I don't know what to say. I just want.
We was going to know the truth.
I would like to know why it's synonymous too. Like, I would like to talk to one of the females and be like, yo, why'd you come out and say it at this time?
Yeah.
And first of all, like, are you okay? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That's
like
great.
I said, for YouTube, it makes me feel, you know what I'm saying?
Such a valued stock, and then a word of mouth blab and says you did something wrong.
So like I was saying too, like at the end of the day, like I might seem like the bad guy or saying something like that, just saying Deshaun Watson, but you have to like this it just doesn't make sense. It just does not make sense.
And I don't
It's just
see
too much of a
coincidence character either,
but that's you know, well, it's always good to get a little debated. You know, it's always okay to disagree with somebody. YouTube is healthy, expanding each other's minds and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So at the end of the day, it's all love. We just rolled into it. What?
He definitely was guilty of this stuff. He's definitely gonna be guilty of it.
I think that's your last statement. My last statement is I definitely.
Nothing against Deshaun Watson. I think he's
nothing against him. I just think he didn't do it.
I just think he did it.
So that's where we disagree, you two. So with that being said, we thank you guys for coming to watch us, man. It's been a great time with me and Grayson. We're having having a good time.
Thank you for watching.
Usually we do the hot seat, but with Grayson we're gonna do the hot seat on a whole different thing and add it as another video. So you guys be on the watch out for that. Food tasting, be on the watch out for that. Paintball, be on the watch out for that.
For sure.
And once I get my GoPro camera, it's gonna be lit. So I appreciate everybody coming out, showing love, and
thanks for watching.
It is Hefty Hola. Give me one more dap up, bada boom, and we are about to drink some beer. So we appreciate you guys, and Hefty and Grayson are out.
Later.
Good job.
That was good.
That was fun. That was great.
That was fun.
That was a great take.
We were like in it for a little bit.
That was a great take.